Hey guys, what the fuck is up? It's been a little bit since I made a video because I don't know, I went a different direction with things, but now I'm back in this direction and I'm gonna talk about some things. I was actually just talking to myself and I was having some really good thoughts and I was like, you know what? I should make this into a YouTube video. So that's what I'm here to do. I was just talking about the state of things right now. Hold on one second. I need to grab somebody. 2 people actually. So we have Bear and Frog here, and they're just gonna sit. You know what? I'm just gonna hold them like this. You know, I think it's really interesting. Of course, as soon as I'm trying to make a YouTube video, I lose every single thought that I've ever had. You know, I'm just gonna give a little shout out to whoever's surveilling this right now, whatever AI. If you're listening, which I know that you are, if you're watching, if you're adding this to my file, I just want to say hey. I want to say to any sort of authority that is watching or somehow gaining this information, I don't know how all your IDF tactics work, so I just want to say fuck you, fuck your mom, fuck your dad, fuck your cousins, your brothers, your sisters, fucking everybody. I hope you have a horrible life. I hope you get exactly what you deserve. And that part of me, like, I feel bad for you because how disconnected from yourself and from being alive do you have to be able to do this to people, bro, is the thing. Like, I can't comprehend the lack of empathy that is in this worthless husk of a shell that you call a body. You are committing genocide for a check, and that's how you want to spend your one precious life, is imprisoning people, torturing them. That, you get one life, and that's how you want to spend it? You don't have to do this, but you choose to because you're numb. And maybe calling you numb is giving you the benefit of the doubt. Maybe you are just born so fucking evil. But I part of me, I can't believe that people are born evil. I just can't. This is something that's taught. You learn from the IDF. That's who you learn from. And who does the IDF learn from? I don't know. But all I know is that so much evil exists in the world. So much that it's fucking unbearable. Okay? But what you have to remember, to anyone listening, anyone watching this, is that hopeless is what they want you to feel. Because that is what they thrive on. They love it. When we feel useless, sick, hopeless, in despair, we have no community, they want us to be disconnected, okay? So anytime I want to kill myself, because it is so hard to be a queer person, to be a trauma survivor, because it is so hard to have gone through the things that I have and to see all of the things that are happening to other people, that are happening to Latinos, that are happening to Black people, that have been happening to the indigenous people of this country, okay? I see people, mostly white people, okay? It's always the fucking white people. And they're saying, oh, we've never seen such brutality before. Like, this is unprecedented. The United States of America was built on genocide. What do you mean we've never seen this before? Okay, there are some new parts, okay? There's the use of AI. That's new. I don't know everything, but this is just the highlights, okay? This country was built on genocide. What was happening in those residential schools where the indigenous people were forced and colonized? They were raped, they were abused, their culture was stolen. The amount of indigenous women that go missing and nobody looks for them because the cops don't give a fuck, because you know where the cops came from? Slave catchers, okay? This country was built on enslavement. This is what this country has always been. This has been one long, continuous abuse. Sure, there have been points where people get rights, but you know how they get rights? They gotta fight for them tooth and fucking nail, bro. You know how gay people got rights? It was not from peacefully protesting, I can tell you that much. You think they're just gonna hand it over because you're giving a peaceful protest? You know, I'm not encouraging nor discouraging anything. I'm just saying to think about it. I'm telling you to open up a history book. Not even a book. You know, let's be realistic here. I work in a library. Not very many people check out books anymore. There are still some. You should go to a library and check out a book. Don't get me wrong. But go on Wikipedia if you don't have a book. And just read about how different groups in this country have gotten rights, okay? Just read about it. Now, peaceful protest is great, okay? I think you can start with that for sure. But when a masked agent is dragging a pregnant woman on the street and abducting children and sending them to facilities in which the public is not allowed to enter, and they're shooting white people in broad daylight, let's take a moment to imagine what they're doing to the Latinos in the detention centers, okay? If they're shooting white people in broad daylight, imagine what they're doing in there. And they're surveying everything. You know, people, they can call you a schizophrenic, they can call you a doomsday prepper, but this is happening right now. Right now. Google has been doing this, by the way. I think it was since 2016. They've been giving information to DHS, okay? Google is helping the government deport people. And then there's people who only care when it's US citizens that are getting hurt. I'm like, how about we don't do this to anybody, okay? How about we don't do this to anyone? You know why? Because no one is illegal on a country that was built on stolen land. You think you have the right to tell someone where they can and can't go when you stole this land? Not to mention, everyone in the United States of America right now, every single person, unless you are indigenous to the land that you are on, you are an immigrant or descended from immigrants. The audacity, the fucking audacity. This is a country of immigrants, okay? Every single one of you, whether you're English, German, Polish, Irish, fucking, if you're white, you're still an immigrant, bro. I cannot comprehend the stupidity of these people. It gives me a headache when I go on social media and I read comments of the stupidity. You know, they're trying, okay, ICE is arresting Native Americans